bringing you classic gaming.
What's the deal, world? I go by the name of Bizbilla, and you're back once again with BYC Gaming, bringing you classics gaming. You know, bring your controller. We back with the UFC career mode. This is episode number 3. My welterweight Edgardo Moraga is back in the ring. He's fighting a fighter by the name of Low, and he better get low because Edgardo has been hot. But wait a minute, as you can see out the gate, a spinning back fist stuns my guy, and he better act right because we don't want him losing a fight. He's been undefeated up to this point. If you have not seen previous episodes, be sure to check out the other episodes. We decided that we're going to take the WFA route and see where that leads us, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, putting in work, getting better at the game, trying to improve our skills before we jump right into the UFC. So far, so good. We've had some finishes, some submissions, some knockouts. So essentially, we're doing what we're supposed to do on the WFA level, right? The names aren't necessarily known. They're not world-renowned names. So in a sense, we're running through the competition as we should, right? Well, let's keep doing that. Let's see if we can win the belt, and let's see if we can take it to the next level and do the same thing at the UFC level. Now back to this fight in the first round. As you can see, the biggest strike, the most significant strike of the round was from Low, that spinning back fist as I went for that shot to the body, and it hurt me, but you know, didn't end the fight. Not at all. You know, we still here, we still standing strong. No knockdown, nothing like that, but was a point in the fight that will be remembered. I will say so myself. Let's go ahead and move on to the second round. My guy Moraga moving around, changing his stance, trying to figure out how he's going to attack, and it seems he's going to do it with the legs as usual, that kickboxing style. You see, he throws the leg kick, he hurts him. That left leg is hurting on Low, and now I'm starting to unload. Now I'm starting to get confident because he looks like he's hurt. But throwing those shots, he's taking a lot of damage to the face, not just the face, obviously the leg as well, as we just said. But he's not going to be standing up long. As you see that the head kick takes him down, ground and pound follows afterwards, and man, you might as well just throw in the white flag after that, my man, because it is all over. Edgardo Moraga walks away with another victory, man. Let me tell you something, dog. I hope I can continue this at the next level when I finally do make it to the UFC, because I'm gonna just peel back the curtain, man. I made a character before, a guy that looked a little similar to me, myself, you know what I'm saying, and they threw me right in the UFC, man, and I got cooked in like my first 2 fights. So I said I'm gonna put in work on this level and get in the gym.
Perfectly. Great job. Nice transition. Oh yeah, here we go. Ha ha, good. Come on. Yeah. Here we are, on the cusp of your first championship. We don't give these things out like free samples. Winning a regional title is no joke. Come on. All right, look. This may be a stop on the road to something greater, but don't let that distract you from this opportunity. Tonight, you can become a champion. Yeah. All right, come on, here we go. Keep it loose, keep it loose. Yeah, good feet, come on. Yeah, good, come on.
So, as you may have noticed, I am on my way to a title fight, and how appropriate. We're fighting another fighter from Brazil. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce his name, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Brazil versus Brazil here at the World Fighting Alliance. It's a title shot. You know, some of y'all might not get hyped up for fights like this, but I know you like that little cutscene we got, you know, something different. And as the coach said, this could lead to bigger things, you know. A lot of people were asking me when I was doing this video, like, you know, how long are you gonna hold the title if you are able to get it? And I'm like, man, whenever the UFC calls, once I got that title, I think I'm ready to go. I mean, there's nothing else to prove. once you win the title at this level. So let's go ahead and get into this fight, man. You see, we're trying to fill each other out early on. Not getting too wild, not getting too aggressive. I gotta respect my Brazilian brethren in this fight. And as you see, he's moving around that ring. You see, he's got some strikes that he's holding back on. He looks like he's got some power. So I'm trying to respect that. You see another leg kick to the head, and I'm telling you, man, this guy, I didn't know what to do with him. So I just do what I usually do. You know, just try to find my opening. You know, land that head kick. Keep throwing that jab and that straight. Here you see a bunch of leg kicks, bunch of head kicks. You know, I'm fighting like a kickboxer, man. And I'm hoping that it leads to another victory. I'm trying to win this title, man. WFA. Looks like we got a full house in the building. I actually wish they had commentary for this level. You know, I think it's dope that 2K put commentary for the WNBA, a different commentary team than what would be for the NBA broadcast. But excuse me, we can't get too distracted, because you blink too quick, it will be over. And that it is. We have a new WFA welterweight champion. It is my guy, Edgardo Moraga. As you see, that leg kick is too much, man. You leave yourself both open, you get too aggressive and lean in for a punch, and I see it coming. My leg is just too quick, man. As you can see, I put him to rest, and I gotta say, that's a spiffy belt right there, man. I can't even deny that I like the way the title belt looks for the WFA, and I'm very pleased to be called the champion of the welterweight division. As we had to beat up one of our Brazilian brothers to do it, but you got to beat the best to be the best, is what they say, right? Is there you see a big win for Edgardo Moraga. Very high popularity on the fight. A lot of people wanted to see this fight. I guess it's because of the way I had been knocking people out leading up to this fight, but big win. We're champions now. Yeah, I said I was going to change his hair once we won a title, but I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, we know what the real title is. We're not going to do that, man. As we look at the post-fight highlights, we're not changing his hair from gold to anything else until we are wearing UFC gold around our waist, man. We want to be champions at the highest level. As you see, once again, that beautiful leg kick going viral for WFA, man, as they have a new champion representing them. Okay, so here's our first title defense. We're going up against yet another talented Brazilian, as I defend the WFA title for the first time against Schnitz, and it's gonna be an interesting one because this guy looks like he's got some power on him, but once again, the leg kick is just over. That's obviously my most dominant strike. Clearly, like that right leg kick, man, whether it's to your leg, whether it's to your head, it's gonna do some damage. You see, he gets a knee to the head right here, and another, and I'm getting confident at this point with the game. I'm starting to, you know, be more aggressive, as you can see in some of these fights, but I'm learning how to pick and choose my spots. As you kind of see, I'm skipping between the rounds, going kind of far in between. You see, we're now 2 minutes in and I'm going for a submission, but I'm picking my spots a lot wiser, and this guy wasn't wise about taking me to the ground. As you can see, I defend the title cleanly with a first round submission. The arm bar is now up to level 4. We're going to keep up in that. We're going to keep putting people in the arm bar every time they think it's a good idea to take us to the ground. It is what it is, man. Another win for the Brazilian beast, man. Whether he's off his back or he's on the attack, he has been dominant here at WFA. And you know what? It just might be time for that phone to start ringing. It might be time for UFC to holler at your boys. Look at the gold, man. You gotta love the WFA belt, man. Yeah, it might not be the big leagues, but man, that belt is valid. And Edgardo Moraga is representing them well, and he's gonna have that on his mantle. But wait, what's this? As you can see, I'm taking my first UFC fight I'm gonna let you hear the sounds of the fight from Daniel Cormier, Bruce Buffer. Man, it was so dope getting to hear my name in the arena. Man, it's gonna go down. The Brazilian beast is gonna cook food out here. You know how it goes. He's going up against a veteran, a legend in his own right, Donald Cerrone. But will he win? Let's see. This has been BYC.
All right, so here he is at long last making his UFC debut. You hear so much about those famed Octagon jitters and nerves. It's something he's going to have to bottle here tonight. These lights are bright. He doesn't look wide-eyed making the walk here, but there might be an adrenaline dump if you do too much too soon. Nonetheless, the bigger story, this man finally has arrived at his UFC debut. For this highly anticipated welterweight fight. So more than 15 years, the gap in age between these two fighters, and they both possess the same height and a similar reach. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, making his UFC debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 168 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Moraga.
All right, so here we go with round 1. This is his UFC debut, so you know what he did on the regional circuit, ran roughshod through a lot of the guys in his division. Now the question beckons, will his game translate to the big show? No denying he deserves to be here. With a left hook there. Big power shot there. Early takedown attempt for Cowboy Cerrone, and he lands it. Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle. You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off, and you got to cover. You can't be off to an angle.
Hammer fist now from the by Moraga. Oh, that's going to do it, and a quick tap from there as he gets it done by submission.
The moment he got the arm straight, he got the pressure with his hips to force his opponent to tap, and he wins the fight.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 26 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Moraga.
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised in the way that he loves the most.